Hi everyone. As I was doing a tour of finishing up that 1 hour project of putting down plastic edging in the front of this flower bed, I noticed that I have a lot of retaining wall bricks, and these are accumulation of 2 to 3 years. And I want to show you guys how and why I use them. These are the red charcoal from Lowe's. Hobby Lobby probably has this color as well. They run about $2 a piece. They did then. They may be a little around $2.50, $3 now. I'm not sure. But the reason why I have so many outdoor rooms is because I had nothing but dandelion grass. And this is what a dandelion looks like. I have used weed tools to get most of it out, and I even had to resort to Roundup, guys, because I just had millions of these dandelion patches. Well, that's all I had up close to the house. You see all this where you see the landscape fabric getting ready for the Christmas decorations. All this, I first see, you see a lot of these patches, these weed patches. That's all I had up close to the house. Well, I ended up using a sod cutter about 4 years ago and getting rid of as many, um, as getting rid of as much grass as I could, and all of this front yard close to the house, all of it. And I put down landscape fabric, and I used mulch, about 60 bags in this area. Well, the next year that mulch was so smelly, I pulled it all up and said I want to do river pebbles. River pebbles are very expensive, and I have yet to um, do that. I'm probably going to need 2 pallets worth of river pebbles. I want to use the bad rocks because that's the way I started. I've been told that I probably come out cheaper getting loads from the rock quarry, but I want to use the bags from Lowe's to keep it matching. But I have to put down some better landscape fabric, because once I pulled that mulch up and then put the landscape fabric down and didn't immediately get those river pebbles to finish this project, the grass came back along with the weeds. So I've been buying the top-notch landscape fabric, and this is as far as I've gotten. But I will try to do this project after the winter next year, 2024, hopefully by April. If we don't have a lot of rain, maybe at some point I could just at least get the pallets out here and work on a little bit at a time. I am going to pay someone to do that project. I am not going to do that. So that was in the budget as well, to have someone else to open those bags and put them out for me. I probably can lay down the landscape fabric, but as far as me doing the rocks, no. But this video is about these retaining wall bricks, how I use them and why. This was my first edging that I wanted to use. I had a girlfriend that used the metal edging, the brown. They have it in brown, green, and black, and she warned me, don't get that. Get what you want now, because you're going to be ready to pull that metal edging up. It's going to rust. And I did check out hers, and she was correct. So I went on ahead and started with this edging, and that's what took up a lot of my budget for my dream front yard makeover. Let's see how I'm gonna keep this here. This is just an outdoor room with a daybed swing, and I already have the river pebbles. I did use tarp, guys, because I wasn't gonna plant anything here. I poked a couple holes in them, and no, I really don't get a lot of weeds, but I do get some weeds, probably where I poked the holes in them. But let's see how I use the retaining wall brick here. I love the way this arch came out, because we didn't want to swing and hit our feet on the rock, so I brought it an arch out, and I went up 3 rows up, and then I swerved back around with just one layer on the bottom. On this flower bed, I only use these retaining wall bricks on each end as a arch. And I will not be buying any more of these bricks on each end of the arch to match that design there. And then I've used this plastic edging. All these rocks was here before my fence went up. All these retaining wall bricks. I had a retaining wall about 4 level high, and it went into a curve or organic curve. And then I had one layer about 2 feet from it, mimicking that curve. And I had a dry river rock bed, as you see here. The grass and weeds has taken over. I wasn't going to try to dig all these rocks out and salvage them, but I'm gonna put back down this plastic edging as divider and try to keep the grass from growing back in once I put the river pebbles in. So we're not gonna, I would love to buy more of the red charcoal retaining wall bricks, but I'm gonna go with this edging, and I'll probably trench. I know I probably won't trench. I'm probably just gonna nail it on top of the grass, because I don't want to use these rocks and cause a tripping hazard. But once I nail this on top of the grass and have the rocks coming flush to it, I think you'll be able to have just a little step down. It won't be that bad. I use these red charcoal bricks to go along my sidewalk coming out from the house. And as I go down the driveway, I used some more of the retaining wall bricks here. And I did 3 levels high. It mimics the design on the inside in front of the swing. And I love the way this looks coming from the driveway. And then I went down along the fence to come down to the front yard. One day I'm gonna count them for you. And we're gonna see how many I have in total. And we're gonna total it up, because I would like to be amazed. And then I'm on the outside of the front yard fence, and I did a organic design, a triangle coming from each corner of the front yards, and it's 3 levels up. And my mailbox there. And I carried it all the way to the front yard, the front fence gate. I used these bricks to do a walk area, a pass through, instead of just having grass. And I wanted my, there was a method to this madness. I also wanted my fence not to get weed eated that much, and causing some of this black enamel to come off. And then I have it going all the way to the other side of the front gate, and it meets this angle here. So one day I'm probably gonna count that on camera and total how much I spent. But they was not all purchased at once. I promise you that. They was not all purchased at once. They was not all delivered at once. I probably sometimes got 20. If my son came home, I would use his truck, and he may have gotten me 50. I never purchased a pallet and had it delivered. I probably would get 10. I mean, this was over at least 2 to 4 years of purchasing all these bricks. Sometimes I would get 20, sometimes I purchased 10. Sometimes I wait a couple of months before I purchase more. So, but I've always wanted to use these as an edging instead of the metal edging, instead of the rubber edging, instead of the no dig or the dig metal or rubber edging. I always want to use this method. So I highly suggest using these retaining wall bricks or any brick edging, because that is going to last a lifetime. You could get these pressure washer. This video is not sponsored, like I said. I purchased these by myself with my own money. Sometimes it'll be birthday money. Sometimes it would be, I even use some of my stimulus money to purchase some of these bricks. That is how I got this fence, was with some of my COVID stimulus money. I think I end up getting probably about 2 stimulus checks. I didn't get the first one, I didn't get the last one, but in 2020, this is when a lot of this design was formed, and I love it. Use birthday money, I use Christmas money. They said, Mama, what you want for Christmas? I want some money to buy me some bricks. If you don't want to give me the money, give me a Lowe's gift card. And that is what and why and how I came about to have all these retaining wall bricks. Once I get my grass cut again, that last cut, we're going to do a end of fall garden tour. We're going to probably do that before Thanksgiving, but I love it. I love it. I would love to have no grass there. I would love to have just river pebbles. I would love to have no grass at all. I would love to have the turf in the front yards. But I believe I would probably just rather oversee the yard and see how well that does before I go there for that method. But tell me, guys, what you guys think. I did pay someone to be moving these bricks in and out, and they're not stacked perfectly. When you get these bricks, they have a lip on the bottom of them, the part that is not decorative at the back. You're supposed to take that lip off the bottom row, and you're supposed to use that lip as a guide to go up as high as you would like to go. Some people use rebar if they're dealing. Some people use these as the purpose of retaining a wall to keep flooding, or some people form beds, flower beds with these. And this is what I'm gonna do. All this is gonna be filled in with dirt. I gotta find a method of putting something in front of my fence so it won't just, because I know the dirt will fall through. And I'm gonna fill this in with dirt, and these are going to be flower beds. Right now I have these pots here, but I'm not going to use that method because they would have to be a little raised to have this 3-lip up. But that's the reason why I went 3 walls up. I think it looks more better. At one time I only had 1 row for a whole year. The next year I probably went the 2nd row, and then maybe 6 months later is when I probably did the 3rd row. And I said, that's enough. I was able to also do this, fit this in on buying so many bricks, because I forgo handbags. I didn't buy handbags. I didn't buy clothes. I wore what I had. I was no longer working in an office, so I didn't have to buy clothes for work. I wonder if this is forming an ant bed, but we're gonna move it. I have my little stick here for that purpose. I need my garden hose. I don't see any ants, but we'll get that moved. There's something there. It's trying to form. This is what I'm doing. I thought I was showing you guys. But thank you guys for watching.